Hi, good evening. This is Scott Hunziker with Coldwell Banker Preferred. I'm doing a quick video on how to use Cole Realty Resources for our folks here at Coldwell Banker Preferred here in Blue Bell, Pennsylvania, as well as some folks that were sort of questioning, what Cole Realty Resources was all about in the Tom Ferry private forum. So I'll just go ahead and get started here. At Coldwell Banker Preferred, we go in through the NRT gateway here to get to Cole Realty Resources. All other folks would have to go directly to the website, but we'll go ahead and do that here. I'm logged in already into the NRT gateway, and from there, the main screen, you'll see the icon right in the center with Cole Realty Resources. So we'll click that, and that'll take us to this website over here, and it'll bring up a screen for Cole Realty Resources. There'll be a banner that pops up first. You got to wait until that banner sort of shifts over and into the regular account. What we'll do is go ahead and set up a search here. So there are a couple of things that are required. One is the street name, and the other is the state. You have to plug that in. Now you have to subscribe for certain areas, and here at Coldwell Banker Preferred we actually have multi-state and a bunch of different counties here, so that we get some very broad access, which is very fortunate for us. I'm going to go ahead and download a list for my Mojo dialer, and typically you want to go ahead and just select telemarketing for that, but I also have some other uses for the info that I'm going to get out, and so I'm going to select list all records, so that'll give me all the mailing records and telemarketing records within an area. So do a quick search on this based on Rife Road. I'm looking right around that area. It doesn't have to be exact for me. I just need to get in close where I'm looking. So we'll do that search, and it brings up all the properties on Rife Road in Lansdale, PA. Now you could go with just this list, or you could select one of these and say, so we'll go ahead and just select one of these, and we're going to go ahead and search just for that particular property. It's going to pull, it should pull up some information for us here. Might take a minute to respond. Actually, we'll do a map search. So you can do a street search, radius search, or a map search. We'll do a map search just off of that one. And I want to do some freeform plotting. And so I'm going to go in here, select freeform plotting right up in here first. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to move my map a little because I don't want to be right on Rife Road. I've already called through that neighborhood. This is right around North Penn High School, and that's sort of where I want to call here. So we're going to start dropping pins in an area that I want to call through. I actually have some clients in this area that I'm working with, and I think we'll go up here on Troxel Road to about there over to Walnut. Drop another pin. Now you can see it's starting to fill in the blanks here. You got to sort of shift and move and grab it and move, and then you drop your last pin down here. Now let's see how many results that brings back, because we are limited to about 1,500 that we can download at any one time, or otherwise it won't let us go ahead and download them. We'd have to dial them right from this particular software. So view available prospects. How many does it give us here? Take a second to come back. Now it looks like we have 423 records. You can see that right there. Now, in order to get this out of the system, just tell you a couple of things here first. If you're using Google Chrome and you have Google Talk or Voice Talk, that system, it will actually highlight these numbers, and you can actually click on them and click to dial directly from Cole Resources. But this system has a tendency to time out, at least with the NRT gateway, and we have to sign back in to keep the access. So after a period of time, it will time out. So it's tough to do that without refreshing your screen on a regular basis. If you refresh on a regular basis, you can work right from the screen. If not, you've got to go ahead and download it into like an Excel file or a .csv. The .csv works well for the dialers. And you do that first of all, from here, we're going to take all records. You could go ahead and sort on this down below and take out some of the certain size or ones that don't have phone numbers. You can take those out. You can sort of take out information you don't want to export. But we're going to take everything here right now. So please select an export format. And for me, I'm going to take the CSV format for import into AutoDialers and the CRM package. You can go with the Excel all fields separated. What this does here is Excel common fields combined. The address, if you were looking at 125 Main Street, 125 would be in one column in this one, and then Main Street would be in a different column, and you'd sort of have to concatenate them to put them together. This program actually does it right here if you select this particular application. If you wanted to select labels, it'll give you labels. It'll put it in a label format so you can print the labels, and that would be more suitable for a mailing. Let's see what else. ASC2 text, it's tab separated, so it's delimitated. There are other ways to eliminate it. I don't know what you're really going to use that for, so the primary ones you're going to look at using are really the ones for the AutoDialers. This one will also go into an Excel a spreadsheet if you wanted to. Same with these three right here. So those are the most common ones, along with the Avery labels. So I'm going to select the AutoDialer. Takes a second to process that. And then I'm going to do something a little bit more advanced. I'm going to select the advanced options here. Because for my dialer, when I'm going through and I all of a sudden hit a good prospect, I want to know a little more information about the folks that I've got on the phone, so I can talk a little bit more in context with them about their particular property. So I look for their date of birth. That gives me an idea, some demographics of whether or not they're downsizing or whether or not they're going to be looking to upsize the house. Then I go and take a look at length of residence, because we all know that the stats are for a certain number of years in residence, well, they might be more likely to relocate. So we've got length of residence, and I'll go ahead and add that here. And then I want to go pretty much to the bottom here, and I want square footage. I want to know what size home I'm dealing with here, and I want to know the mortgage year. The year they had, recent year they had a mortgage on the property, so I know sort of whether or not they can get out from under their particular property here. So there's some other things you can do down here. Field names you can put in as headers if your dialer requires that. Mine doesn't, because I have it mapped. And you can use quotes around the field names or add or current residence into the output. So you're going to download, in some cases you might want to download it all in caps. I don't necessarily want to do that. If you are pushing directly from Coles into a dialer, be aware that it typically does push all in caps, and that was a bit of a surprise for me. We had a short period where we could actually do that in our systems here, and it all came in caps and sort of messed up my my CRM package or my database where I stored all my numbers and customer and client information. So okay, we'll go ahead and hit submit, and we'll take a look at that. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull this up in numbers and not in Excel, because of course I'm working with a Mac here, but it's going to look very similar. You can pull it up in either. For the AutoDialer, you definitely want to go ahead and put it back in a .csv, or make sure it's in a .csv rather than a .numbers file, which the Mojo dialer then will be able to utilize, or another dialer will be able to utilize. So let's go ahead and take a look at that from here. Hit download. Thought we did that, but there it goes. And we'll go ahead and open that up. Actually, I am going to, oh, it popped the Excel spreadsheet up. That's not going to well, we can take a look at it in there, but I'll show it to you in a second. Got to go through a couple of screens. In the meantime, if you have any questions for me, you can send me an email at Scott, S-C-O-T-T, at beammehomescotty.com. That's my branded website here. Or you can give me a call at 484-945-3140. Look forward to talking to you. And if that pops up here, if it doesn't pop up, we'll open it with something else. Oh, there it comes. Okay. We're just going to view the file for free. Now the cool thing about downloading this file, you know, if you got extra information that you don't necessarily like, or you want to sort on square footage because you want to call just the high square footage houses first, or you know, length of residence, you want to call, you know, people that have been in residence longer, you can do all those sorts right from Excel or from numbers and then save it. So this has taken a while to load, but anyway, that's one of the ways you can utilize Cole resources, you know, for your dialers, for labels, and also for hand dials, however you see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video there, and I wish you guys luck. Take care.